In this video, we'll be looking at graphing inequalities. That's more like the essential question. We're going to say graphing inequalities. So to graph inequalities, we need to know two things, or more than two things. But it's important to realize how we're going to start. So if I have x is greater than 4, I'm graphing all the values that are greater than 4. So if I have a number line, let me count by twos. I want to graph all the values that are greater than 4. So that means I want to graph all the values to this side. But to represent that I'm really close to 4, I use an open circle. Now I'm using this open circle because that's kind of like a void where there would be 4. I can't say that it is 4, but I can represent that I'm really close to 4 by using an open circle. So anytime you see greater than or less than, use the open circle. Now say I wanted to go graph x is less than or equal to -1. Now this is representing all the values that are less than or equal to -1. So I guess like what I'm really trying to get at by writing the sentence is, let's go back to our first sentence. I'm graphing all the values that are greater than 4. So this shaded region represents any value I can choose from. So we could choose 6. It's in my shaded region. So is 6 greater than 4? Yes, 6 is greater than 4. So that's why this is true. And if I pick a value on the other side where I'm not shaded, is 0 greater than 4? No, it's not. So that's why I'm not shading this side. I'm only shading the side that kind of makes sense if I'm replacing x. This is representing the possible values for x. So we're trying to do that. We're graphing the possible values, all the possible values with this shading. And this arrow just means goes on forever. 100 is way out here. And is 100 greater than 4? Yes. So let's graph this. So I'll do 0, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3. Now, since I'm equal to, I can't have a void at the number. I want to make sure that I let everyone know that you can also use -1. So what we do to make that happen is we take a closed circle. So I'm going to make sure I have a nice, obvious closed circle at that point. And now that I'm less than, I'm going to shade everything that is less than -1. So now if I pick any of these values and plug it in, is it a true statement? Is -3 less than -1? Yes. Is -1 less than or equal to -1? Yeah, well, -1 is equal to -1, so I can say that. So when we have greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, use the filled in circle. And that looks something like this. And up here, I'm going to add to this, greater than or less than, use the open circle, which looks like that. So these are really important ideas, so let's make sure we box this. And that's how we can graph inequalities. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.